Now at 6, the Diamond City Park gets a new walking trail. Plus, local businesses in Miami hit the sidewalk to celebrate the city's annual sidewalk sale. And the annual Emancipation Celebration is taking place in Joplin this weekend. We'll let you know about all the weekend events.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
Families in Diamond, Missouri came together today to celebrate the growth of the city park. This is KOAM News at 6. I'm Anthony Saviello. The Parks Board of Diamond held a dedication for its new walking trail, which is a 1/4 mile long and helps make the park more accessible. To celebrate the new pathway, the board hosted a family fun day featuring a bounce house, a water slide, and games such as cornhole and other carnival games. Community members say it was a great way for the community to come together.
So finally the walking trail is here, and we love to have like movies in the park and music and just different events for the community. So we thought this would be the perfect event. End of summer, it's hot, have the water slide, have the community come out, snow cones, we have root beer floats, food. It's all free just to everybody come and have fun.
The Diamond Park Board says they hope to continue holding community events just like this as Finished Park. Dozens of local businesses and organizations joined together in Miami to take part in the city's sidewalk sale, which started all the way back in 1958. Stores offered discounts and sales, and Miami's Main Street was filled with food trucks, games, and bounce houses, and even free haircuts. Sidewalk sale is a way for local businesses and organizations to help showcase themselves to new customers and display their unique crafts or food. Participants say the annual event is a great way to help unite the community around its small businesses.
It has been great having so many participants and vendors set up all up and down Main Street. We have tents all over with a wide variety of things, from food to handmade goods. It's really great to see the community come together and support this.
The sidewalk sale also featured a fundraiser where winners could get the chance to dunk Mayor Bless Parker in a dunk tank. Today is the first official day for the Ottawa County Free Fair. This marks the 105th year of the event, kicking off activities such as a dog show and a fan favorite, the tractor driving contest. The tractor contest features contestants showing off their driving abilities with the large farm equipment. Participants in this year's contest say the event is a great way to start off the fair while doing something they love.
Today we're doing the Ottawa County Fair Farm Equipment Operators Contest. We'll do a 4-wheel wagon and a grain drill course. 4-wheel wagon is one of the hardest farm implements to back in or even pull. And we got a few great participants out here today, and we're going to make a good go of it.
Ottawa County Free Fair activities will continue through next Saturday, August 10th. The annual Emancipation Celebration takes place this weekend at Ewart Park in Joplin. The celebration does not take place on Juneteenth because history tells us it took months for enslaved people in our area to hear about their new freedom. The celebration is a way to remember and celebrate the history and culture of African American people in the Joplin area, but organizers say that it does not mean it's exclusive.
This celebration is for everyone. We invite everyone to come down, experience some African American culture, learn about the history, learn about the achievement, and just come, and it's an all-inclusive event. It's fun. It's a family event. We have something for everyone. We have stuff for kids every night, every day. We have a car show. We have church in the park. So we have a lot of things. We try to include everyone.
Events continue tonight and into Sunday. The event is free to attend. Those who make their way there will have plenty of food to choose from and the chance to listen to some live music. Well, plenty of people are out and about. Lindsay Gaffney is going to tell us our first look at weather.
Temperatures are not so bad today. They were a little bit warmer. We got up to about 93, 94 across most of our counties. Feels like 94, so humidity's down. Doesn't really have a high heat index value for today and tomorrow. Temperatures across the region, 89 in Monette, so a little bit better out there. 91 in Stockton, 92 in Oswego, 94 in Nowata, Veneta, Sedan as well. 95 in Independence, so still in the mid to lower 90s across most of the region. We've got a pretty light breeze, 5 to 10 miles per hour out of the northeast, so we're still getting some cooler air being pushed into our area. That continues for the next couple of days. It's going to feel all right. Temperatures are still high, but with the low humidity and a few clouds, it's not so bad. That does change as we move into next week, but I'll have more details in just a bit.
All right, Lindsay, thanks. The overnight homeless shelter for women in Springfield has a growing need for volunteers to help offer a safe place for vulnerable women in the community. Joe Hickman has more.
As one of 9 programs that make up the Council of Churches, Safe to Sleep has provided emergency overnight shelter for over 3,700 women since 2011. The locations have changed, and efforts are underway to build a permanent facility, but after years of having enough volunteers to staff the shelter,
then insert this thing called COVID, and we lost about 70% of our volunteers right off the bat.
Kelly Harris, on the left here with one of the original organizers, Ramona Baker, started out as a volunteer 13 years ago and is now the program director. She's seen the volunteer numbers remain low, but also witnessed the importance of having a safe harbor for women from the dangers of life on the streets.
Some of the situations are, it's known as survival sex, and so somebody might offer a place to stay, but you're going to have to do X, Y, Z. They get assaulted in bus stops, all kinds of horrific stories. It is not safe. It's that important for us to be there to offer that service to our ladies.
Safe to Sleep operates with teams of 2 volunteers and 2 separate shifts available with a 4-hour sleep break, and they ask that you work only 1 or 2 shifts per month.
I give up a few hours of sleep, and then around 35 women have a safe place to stay.
Amanda Stadler, here on the left with her mom, works during the day and volunteers overnight, but says she benefits as much as the people she helps.
You get more than you give out of it. And I think when, I may be grumpy because I had a bad day at work or something, and then here there's guests at the shelter that are just always so grateful. And I'm like, I don't know that I would necessarily behave that way if I was in that situation.
When you get there and you're like, wow, this impacted me maybe more than it did them. Just reminding them they are human who maybe hasn't had a hug in 5 years. The grace and dignity that you offer someone, you might never see them again, but you let them know that they matter to someone.
Coming up, what authorities advise you do when it comes to keeping your kids and their phones safe. Law enforcement across the Missouri and Arkansas Ozarks wants parents to know what their children are doing on their phones and who they might be speaking to on the other side of the screen. Just this week, an Amber Alert was issued in Arkansas for a girl who was believed to have run away with someone she met online.
At the end of the day, parents do need to monitor their kids, their phones and their apps and their internet usage.
For law enforcement all over the Ozarks, it's a crime that has seen a rise over the last few years, the stalking of minors online.
We have seen an uptick, and of course it kind of goes, I would say, in spurts.
For Baxter County Sheriff John Montgomery, his department deals with multiple cases a year. Just this last week, an Amber Alert was issued for 13-year-old Caden Pace from Phillips County. Investigators with the Arkansas State Police believe Pace was running away with a person she met online. Thankfully, she was found a few hours later and the man was arrested, but the situation could have turned out much worse. Sheriff Montgomery said while more and more kids are accessing social media at a younger age, he also believes that some parents aren't up to date with newer technology.
With the technology changing and new apps coming out, and it creates a challenge for parents and to monitor their children.
In a news release, Arkansas State Police encourage both parents and teenagers to know who they're chatting with online.
In a recent situation, we had a 25-year-old male who was acting as a 17-year-old boy, and he was talking to multiple groups in the community.
What predators like this one do is make a personal connection with the child. When something negative happens in the child's life, that's when they make their move.
Whenever there's a bad day at home, it turns into, I'm here to help you. I can take you away from that.
Both the sheriff and the state police suggest sitting down with your child and go over what is okay and what isn't, as it might be what keeps them safe in a fishy situation.
I would encourage parents to sit down with their kids and have an honest dialogue and say, you know what, we're here to keep you safe.
Arkansas State Police has a website designed for parents to visit for more information about what the apps that your children may be using. A little later, a man tours his hometown after 34 years of being wrongfully incarcerated.
Overall, today was not so bad. Humidity down, but temperatures still in the mid to lower 90s. We'll go ahead and take a look outside downtown Joplin from the Cornell Arts and Entertainment Complex. A little partly cloudy out there, but overall, it's been a decent day. We've got higher humidities earlier this week, but for the weekend, looking all right. Temperatures start to climb back up, but for right now, we're right about average, maybe a little bit above for our highs. We got up to about 93 today out in Joplin and our low of 65, so it was a little bit of cooler start to your day. And average is just right about 91 with a low of 70. We don't have any rain in the forecast until end of the week next week, so we're going to stay mostly dry, which isn't fortunate. We do have those dry conditions, not quite drought, but we're creeping back into drought territory as we get a little bit further into the August month. We don't see a lot of rainfall in August, and temperatures are at an all-time high. We got lucky this weekend, but they do start to creep back up as we move into early next week. So today, pretty low, minor heat risk, not much going on. Tomorrow, same deal, maybe a few spots of moderate. Then we move into Monday. That's when we start to see a little bit more patchy, moderate risk, especially out in those western counties. We do start to see those heat index values getting pretty high as we move into Monday. Tomorrow, still going to be mid 90s, what it feels like. So we don't have high humidity, so the heat index is going to be pretty close to the actual temperature. 95 out in Joplin, Parsons, 94 in Chanute, 96 in Independence and Sedan, 97 in Welsh, Miami, Grove, Veneta, Nowata. So those southwestern counties, and a little bit better out in the eastern, 91 in Aurora, 92 in Cassville. Not so bad, but then we move into Monday, and that's when we start to see temperatures creeping back up. 97 in Joplin, 98 Miami, Oswego, 99 in Parsons, 100 in Welsh, Chanute, 101 in Yates Center, Fredonia, Independence, Nowata, and Sedan. This is just the heat index, but like I said, with the lower humidity, this is pretty close to what we're actually seeing for the actual temperatures. Tonight, a few clouds, but overall it's pretty nice. We drop back down by midnight, about 75, 76, getting to the lower 70s and upper 60s across the area. We don't see a lot of change in our weather pattern for the next couple days because we've got a high pressure dome sitting over western U.S. and it doesn't really move. It's stagnant, at least for the weekend. It starts to creep over our area, so we see some winds shifting out of the east. We start to see humidity start to drive back up. Temperatures also start to pick back up. So we move into Monday, 99 is a high. Tuesday, 98, but a higher humidity. So Monday, Tuesday are going to be the hottest days. Wednesday, 96, and then we start to see those rain chances picking back up on Thursday, Friday, Sunday and Monday, and a drop in temperatures as well by next weekend.
I will gladly welcome the rain.
I will gladly welcome the mid 80 to upper 80 degree weather, and I can mow my lawn.
Yeah, great benefits all around.
Yep.
Absolutely. Thanks, Lindsay. A little later, a man tours his hometown after 34 years of being wrongly incarcerated. Still ahead, a former Missouri Southern athlete wins a medal at the Paris Olympic Games in a crazy comeback for the Cardinals. Brock Baldridge has the highlights up next.
A former Missouri Southern Lion takes the world's biggest stage in the final round of the men's shot put in the 2024 Olympic Games. This athlete also had a chance to make history for his home country of Jamaica. Boy, what a day it was for Rajendra Campbell, who goes on to win the bronze medal in the final round of the men's shot put for Team Jamaica. Campbell is the first athlete to ever win a medal for his home country of Jamaica in the men's shot put. The difference in this event was his second attempt in the final round, where he threw for 22.15 meters. That wasn't far away from setting the Olympic record. And for those who remember, in the 4 states, Campbell was a member of the Missouri Southern men's indoor and outdoor track and field team from 2018 to 2021. So here is the final result of the men's shot put as you see the individuals who finished in the top 5. Ryan Krauser and Joe Kovacs win the gold and silver for Team USA, and Rajendra Campbell comes in at 3rd place as he takes home the bronze medal. Nice piece of hardware as he adds to his collection. Well, the Webb City Little Leaguers are off to a good start in the Midwest Regional Tournament. Webb City moves on to face Team Iowa in the winner's bracket. This game got off to a later start than expected due to the rain delays in Whitestown, Indiana, but Webb City Little League, they pull off the impressive comeback win. Webb City beats Team Iowa 3-2, and it was Levi Smith who was the hero of this game as he hit a walk-off 2-run double off of the fence. So Webb City is playing as Team Missouri, and they will move on to play on Wednesday at 10 a.m. on national television on ESPN. So from little leagues to the big leagues now, Cardinals versus Cubs. First inning here, Alec Burleson turns and burns this one deep to right field, and that ball is going to land in the basket out there and right. Burleson thinks it's just a double, but after review, the ball clearly gets into the basket there, so it's a solo home run. St. Louis leads 1-0. So we go to the bottom of the first now. Cubs respond as Michael Busch squares one up, and he hits this one deep into the bleacher buttons out there, and that's gone for a 2-run homer, and Chicago now leads 2-1. So here's where things really get crazy. Top of the 8th, Cubs lead 4-2 with 2 outs. Arenado pops one out, but the center fielder Pete Crow Armstrong can't make the play, and St. Louis ties the game. It's now 4-4. Bottom of the 9th now. Cardinals lead 5-4. Nico Horner lines one to center field, but Lars Nootbaar there for the final out. Cardinals come from behind to get the victory. St. Louis wins it 5-4. Royals and Tigers facing off in Detroit. So far it's a pitcher's duel in this game. They'll score in the 4th inning. Michael Lorenzen makes his Royals debut in this one. Kansas City is looking for the series win tonight. In Joe Becker Stadium, it's the Joplin Outlaws who face the Sherman Shadowcats. Joplin got a huge win last night, so they look to stay in 2nd place in the standings. First pitch from that one is scheduled for 7:05 p.m. And the United States men's basketball team plays in their final game of pool play in the Paris Olympics. U.S. beats Puerto Rican national team 104-83. Anthony Edwards scores a game-high 26 points, and the St. Louis native Jason Tatum scored double digits in that one. Team USA will face Team Brazil in the quarterfinals on Tuesday. Well, that's your look for sports. We're back after this.
All of this is new. This wasn't new when I left. There's a lot of communities in the inner city that could have used this money to fix up all those vacant buildings and vacant lots. This is beautiful. Look at this. But at the same time, though, they still, like I say, still took away from the city. Because at the end of the day, my heart is with the people of St. Louis. This is one of those Marty Fry moments, like Back to the Future. I mean, seriously, here it is. A telephone, a cell phone, I'm still oblivious to it. I saw my wife work it, and I'm amazed. And no matter what a person say, I know it's gonna take me at least a long time to try to understand how to actually function one. Because I'm still stuck on quarters and payphones. I'm still stuck with Ataris and ColecoVisions. I'm still stuck on catching a bus opposed to the MetroLink. Okay, St. Louis, it's good to be home. And I missed it. My greatest advice to you, learn something today that you didn't know yesterday, so you can teach somebody tomorrow so they can be an inspiration to the future. And from that, all I can say is, I'm back, St. Louis. I'm back.
Well, that's our time for tonight. Thanks for joining us. Make sure to join us tonight at 10 and 9 from all of us here at KOAM. Have a great evening.